A lot of people have noticed that in the yoga synergy style, we do movements which seem odd, but in fact they're movements which tension nerves inside the body. So what does it mean to tension the nerves inside the body? Well, actually, nerves cannot be stretched, but sometimes people call nerve tensioning nerve stretching. Now, if I write that, I'll usually write it with inverted commas, because you can't really stretch a nerve without actually causing damage to it. Sometimes they'll say nerve lengthening, but you can't actually make a nerve longer. But if you imagine, for example, a nerve is in the shape of an S bend. If you take the two ends of the S shape and then pull them straighter, it appears to be lengthened, but actually you're not actually lengthening the nerve, you're just untangling it, straightening it out. So when you hear the expression nerve tensioning and then in brackets nerve stretching, hopefully you understand what we mean by this. Don't actually stretch your nerves. Just untangle them, uncoil them, lengthen them. And then you'll find that often, if you don't aggravate them, you can actually facilitate their function. And so, for example, it can be of help to tension the nerves coming out of the neck near the brachial plexus, which is this part of the neck, by doing this. If you turn the shoulders in, that tensions the radial nerve coming out of the brachial plexus. If you turn the shoulders out, that tensions the median nerve. Keeping the shoulders turned out and pointing the fingers up tensions the median nerve in a different aspect. And then bending the elbows and bringing the little finger toward the thumb, that tensions the ulnar nerve. And you can see if you try these, they don't feel like stretching muscles. They're tensioning nerves. Nerve tensioning is also called neural mobilization. You can also tension the ulnar nerve by turning the shoulders in while bringing the forearms up and fingers under the armpits. And these movements, nerve tensioning of the brachial plexus and its nerves, can facilitate better functioning to your wrist, elbow and shoulder, and also can relieve your neck. They must never be done with strain. Also, these movements tension acupuncture meridians. Here the large intestine meridian gets a bit of lengthening. The lung meridian, the pericardium, the heart and the small intestine. So you can sometimes associate nerve tensioning positions with acupuncture meridian tensioning as well. We know these nerve tensionings a little bit more commonly when we do various postures. For example, when you lengthen the hamstring in the back of the leg, often you're also tensioning the sciatic nerve. But the sciatic nerve will be tensioned much more if you actually dorsiflex the foot. So this will give one sensation. I may come to the floor, maybe you can't come to the floor, but if you simply lift up the front of the foot, the posture feels quite different because you've tensioned the nerve a little bit more, because the nerve comes to the big toe. And that nerve, of course, is the sciatic nerve. It feels quite different to lengthen the back of the leg when your leg is moving away from you. So, for example, if I go forward with my foot pointing away and I bend forward like that, I might reach so far forward. But if I pull the foot towards me, that's going to feel like a stronger stretch because I'm actually tensioning nerves. You can try it the other way if you like. If you start with the foot pulling towards you, as many people will do who think that yoga is about trying to touch your toes, you might reach, and a stiff person might be trying to reach to touch their toes and not get far enough because the foot's being pulled towards. But if you simply take the nerve component out of this stretch by moving the foot away, most people can go further, because then you're no longer tensioning the nerve and the muscle, it's more the muscle by itself. And that can make it a little bit safer in the beginning as well for some people. Thank you.